and rolling. Speed, action. Joan, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Could you tell us your favorite childhood memory?
My favorite childhood memory is going to church and just praising God.
So you feel a close connection to God?
Yes, I hear voices.
Okay. Layla, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Being with my family all the time. We were really close when I was little.
What was the best part of being with your family? Like, was it dinner time together or going on a trip together?
No, we didn't do anything very extravagant. So no trips or anything. But maybe just enjoying each other's company on the couch or something like that.
How many are in your family? How many siblings do you have?
Oh, it's just me and my parents.
Oh, you and your parents. Okay. And Jordan, what's your favorite childhood memory?
My favorite childhood memory would probably be when I saw a pack of wolves kill a rabbit right in front of my eyes, because that made me learn the tough lesson about life and how you can either be eaten or do the eating. So I do the eating.
Okay, strong metaphor. April, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Well, I'd say my favorite childhood memory would be maybe when my dad would take us down to the lake and out on the boat, just wakeboarding, and it was a lot of fun growing up with my brother.
What did you admire most about your father?
His way of always being able to give a good lesson just out of regular everyday life experiences.
Were you closer to your father than your mother?
Yeah, me and my dad, best friends growing up.
Joan, what are you most afraid of?
I'm most afraid of dying without pleasing God. So I try to live my life with complete dedication and devotion to God. So I'm most afraid of God, I guess, in a nutshell. Not saying that I lived a life according to His word.
But you follow His word strictly, do you not?
Yes, but occasionally I am human and I have human temptation, but I 90% try my very best to follow God.
Okay. Layla, what are you most afraid of?
Not living life the way I want to.
Can you explain that?
Well, I mean, sometimes I feel like I live my life for others, the way they want me to live it. Maybe never taking a risk that would make me happy. Just doing the norm, day in, day out. I don't want to live like that.
What kind of risk could you take that would make you happy?
Maybe going on a trip, like you said.
Okay. All right. Jordan, what are you most afraid of?
Being broke. Poor.
How much are you worth today?
More than you.
Well, I'm sure of that, but how many millions?
I can't disclose that. It's not for the man who earns doesn't need to. It's just like the kiss and tell theory. You don't need to know about me. Just worry about yourself.
All right. Well, we don't have any representatives of the IRS here, but okay. April, what are you most afraid of?
My biggest fear would be just living my life every single day, doing the same routine every single day with the same people, never really being fully happy inside. Being stuck in a relationship that I know is super unhealthy for me and toxic. And
Explain why it's toxic.
Well, when you know he cheats on you and you don't do anything about it because you have a family together and you don't want to separate your family, but you know it's wrong if you stay with them.
Are you religious?
A little bit.
So you don't believe in divorce per se?
I mean,
I don't know if you're married.
yeah, I'm married, but if I were to divorce our family, then we'd have to make our kids choose, and families and kids is my main.
How many do you have?
I have 2 kids,
Boy and girl? Or
boy and a girl,
how old?
5 and 7.
Joan, have you ever been in love?
I'm in love with God.
And since when were you in love with God? How old were you?
When I first heard God talking to me, is that the question?
Yes.
I probably was about 8.
And you told your parents about that? Or did you keep it to yourself?
I kept it to myself.
So you mentioned that you don't want to disappoint God before. What are you doing in order to support and praise God in your actions? What actions are you doing to support God?
Well, currently you caught me where I'm about to be, they want to murder me. So I would not have said that I was living a life that was not in tune with God, but I'm being accused of not living a life that's been in tune with God because people are upset with me because I hear voices and people want me to say that God does not speak to me, but he does. So
they're accusing you of being a heretic?
I would suppose that's the word. I don't really pay the word any attention.
Okay. Leila, what about you?
What was the question?
Have you ever been in love?
Oh, yes. It's wonderful.
Oh, tell us about this person you love.
Well, I mean, love doesn't have to be with a person.
Okay.
And I love what I'm able to do now, that I've taken risks. And
So tell us about what you're doing and the chances that you took.
No one's really happy about them. I feel bad because I know it hurt others, but it made me really happy. And I know you won't get it, but I mean, knowing that you're the last thing that someone's going to see and that you have a special place in that person's life, even though it's the last minute of their life, it's beautiful and it makes me feel in love with life.
So you love caring for those who are dying,
Or being the reason they're dying.
Oh, okay. And when did you first fall in love with this activity?
Maybe a year ago.
And did you feel a compulsion to repeat the activity?
Once you do it once, you can't stop.
Okay. Jordan, have you ever been in love, in the romantic sense, outside of love for money?
I tell you what, I went out with this broad summer of my freshman year in college, or not in college, in high school. And her name was Charlene, and if she taught me anything, she taught me that I do love blowjobs, so that's about it.
Okay. So you enjoy blowjobs?
Yeah.
But you don't really, do you feel that, I mean, you've been married, you're in your second marriage now. Did you at any point feel like you were in love with your wife?
I'm sure at some point, yeah. We all feel love sometimes. Love is a...
But is
It's a
love more
feeling.
about how people love you versus how you love them?
Love is a feeling.
Yeah.
It comes and goes.
But lust stays forever?
Lust is something that some of us are born with. And,
Hence the blowjobs.
yes.
Okay. All right. April, have you ever been in love? I know you love your children, but I'm talking about like the first time you fell in love.
Once long ago, I was in love. I remember feeling butterflies in my stomach just looking at the person. But just like all good things come to an end, and love does fluctuate, and sometimes you lose it in your everyday life, and it's just not the same as what it used to be anymore.
What do you think you could do to rekindle that romantic love?
I feel like you need to trust someone. I think trust is really important, and really trust them with your whole heart and have them trust you. And through that, you can build a tighter bond just by being open and honest with everything you do and really loving them for who they are.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
Joan, what makes you angry?
Well, again, you caught me at such a time in my life where I'm currently I only have a little time on earth, so I would say I'm really angry at the people who are not listening to me and just unable to accept what I'm telling them as facts, and they're telling me to say it as non-facts just so they can feel comfortable. So that makes me...
So you're angry at the liars and the people not listening, right?
I don't know if I would call them liars. I would just call them not understanding.
Are you angry at all at God? Because in a way, do you feel He's responsible for you being in this position?
I feel like they are tempting me to be upset with God, but I'm not. But they are causing a strong temptation in me, but I'm not angry at God at all.
Leela, what makes you angry?
Close-mindedness.
So someone not understanding your activities and pursuits.
I feel like no one does.
Anything else make you angry?
Yeah, I'm sure scenarios when I'm experiencing it, if someone cuts me in the line, be like, hey, get out of here.
Okay. Jordan, what makes you angry?
The IRS. Who gives a fuck? I make my money, give me a check at the end of the year, let me pay it, and be on with your business.
That's fair. April, what makes you angry?
People's inability to remain connected to one another, and everyone does what they want to do whenever they want, and they don't care about anybody else.
So people going through the motions and not caring.
And not seeing how their actions affect other people.
Okay, so like narcissists maybe?
Yeah.
When you die, Joan, how do you want to be remembered?
As Joan that sacrificed her life for God.
Leela? What do you want on your tombstone?
A quote on my tombstone, I guess. She lived for her.
Okay. Jordan, how about you?
Nothing.
So you want a blank tombstone?
I didn't say I want it blank, I want it covered in diamonds and gold.
And you want to be remembered as? What do you want people to say at your wake? That you were a...
The Monopoly man.
Oh, okay. All right. April, how do you want to be remembered?
As a loving mother and a unconditionally loving wife.
Thank you very much.